Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain and I welcome you to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. In today's video, we will be talking about how you should go and set up your coding agent so that you can get the maximum out of it. In my recent interaction with few of the folks, I came to know that many of the people have started using the Claude code in their project to go and build the Salesforce component. They're either building the Agentforce agents or the Lightning Web components or the Apex classes by using the Claude code. But what I observed during the interaction with them here is many of them are not using the Salesforce skills or they are not familiar how to go and configure the Salesforce skills on the Claude code. Also, they are not quite familiar how they should go and configure the MCP so that they can handle the deployments and fetch the data as well. So in this video, I will be showing you if you are using the Claude code for your development purpose, how you should actually go and configure the Claude code with the SF skills as well as with the MCP so that you can get the maximum out of it. But before I go there, in case you folks have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you check that channel out. In my channel, I do have lots of content related to the Agentforce, Lightning Web component in case you are planning to prepare for an interview or you want to go and work on few of the hands-on projects, do check out this channel. It does have all the contents from the different topics of the Salesforce. In case you are planning to learn any of this topic in more detail, like the agent force or the integrations or the data cloud, or you want to work on a project from start to end where I will be demonstrating everything from the admin to development, do check out few of the projects which are available or few of the courses which are available on the Udemy as well. I will put the link of all these courses in the video description so that you can go and check it out as well. Now, let me show you how you can go and configure your coding agent so that you can get the maximum out of it. The very first step, you have to make sure that you are setting up your project correctly. Like we go and create our SFDS project. So you have to go and follow the similar kind of an instruction. And you have to also make sure that you are connected to the org as well. Because down the line, we'll also be using the MCPs as well. So make sure that you are connecting to the org as well. Now, the very first step to make your coding agent more effective, you have to go and add the skills. Again, what are skills? A simple definition here is skills are nothing but the packageable instructions where you do have some scripts written which can help your coding AI agent to act as a specialized domain expertise, and it can help you to go and execute your engineering workflows in a more effective way as well. So what Salesforce have done here is they have also shipped a lots of skills that you can use to ease your Salesforce development. Now, in case you want to access the Salesforce skills, what you have to do here is you have to go and type here the SF skills and you will be navigating to the GitHub library that you can use to go and access the Salesforce skill. Again, before you go and install this Salesforce skill, there are certain prerequisites that you have to make sure you do have in your project. The prerequisites are you have to make sure that in your project you do have the Claude folder. As of now, I can see that there is no Claude code folder available. So what I am doing here is I will be creating this Claude folder here. This is the first step that needs to be done as a prerequisite. Next thing, you have to make sure that you do have the Node.js installed on your machine. How you can validate whether the Node.js is installed or not? So for that, you can come here and put a node-v and the system will show you whether the Node.js is installed or not. You can also go and put npm-v to check whether the Node.js package manager is installed on your org or not. Like you can see, if it is not installed, you have to make sure that you are getting that installed. How to get this installed? There are lots of videos again available on the YouTube. You can use all those videos and get this software installed. Once everything looks good, then you can go and install this skill. Let me show you the different skills that Salesforce have shipped. As you can see here, we do have the skills related to the Agentforce, Data 360, Flows, Apex, LWC. There are lots of skills that you can use directly in your project. Now the question comes, how you can go and install that skill. Again, to make the life easy, Salesforce have given the command that you can use to get these skills installed. Again, if you are using the Agentforce vibes, they are auto install and it will be automatically updated as well. In case you are using some another coding agent tool, then it is your responsibility to go and get these skills added. Moreover, what I will recommend here is make sure that frequently you are updating those skills as well, because Salesforce have put the guideline here that they are very rapidly evolving those skills. So make sure that to get the best, you will always have the updated skills configured in your project. Now let's see how you can install those skills. So there are two options that you do have while installing. You can install the specific skills, or you can also install the all skills as well. What I will be showing you here is how you can go and install all the skills in your project. To do this, I will be executing this command here, and then to execute all the skills you have to put hyphen hyphen followed by the all. Once you go and put this, Salesforce will help you to go and execute all the skill. Here you can see that the repositories are getting cloned and the skills are getting installed in your org here. Again, it will take a minute or two for all the skills to get installed, so you need to be patient here. Once all the skills will be installed under the Claude folder, you will see that the skill folder has been created, and all the skills that has been available in that repository, all the skills are getting added here. Now you can always go and invoke those skills manually. Moreover, the Claude code is also quite smart enough to go and invoke this skill based on the prompt that you will be giving to the Claude code. Again, the way I will be doing this, wherever I know that I will be required this specific skill to get the job done, I explicitly go and mention that go and use this skill. For example, if I want to go and create the flow, or in case I need to go and generate the apex, I will explicitly go and call it out that I want that specific skill here. Now how you can go and use this skill? For example, once the skills has been installed, you can come here, use the Claude code, and you can go and use that specific skill. For example, I want to go and use, for example, here the flow skill. Then here what I will be saying here is create the flow, for example, using SF, and here you can see that I will be explicitly mentioning that you should go and use this skill. How you can invoke that specific skill? By putting the slash, and this is how you are letting the Claude know that particular skill needs to be invoked. Here, let's say I am putting the further details that this flow should be getting the case records, and for each case record it should check if the account is linked or not. Okay, here I am putting that this should be a scheduled flow. Again, the idea here is again, I'm not creating a flow to show you, but I want to just put a message here that how you can go and invoke all those skills. So this is the first thing that you should have in your project, and you can go and use those skills. Okay, so let me go and hit enter, and you can see that here the Claude will go and use that specific skill to go and build your flow. Again, all the errors that you will be getting, that will significantly reduce if you start using those skills in your project. Now you can see that the skill has been invoked and the Claude started doing their job. Now the next thing that I want to show you here is how you can go and use the MCP in your project so that you can go and deploy the changes directly from the Claude code. You can go and fetch the records with the help of the Claude code as well. So here I will be showing you, for example, SF DX MCP. This is the MCP that we have to go and use. Salesforce have given the instruction here how you can get this MCP installed if you go and follow the link. Here you can see that where is that quick start using this install and configure the DX MCP server, right? Again, the same prerequisite, you have to make sure that the Node.js is installed. You can add this DX MCP server to your MCP client, and then you can go and start using this particular server as well. Again, how you can go and configure and add this DX MCP server? For this, again, you have to navigate to this particular GitHub library. Okay, so once you navigate to this GitHub library, based on the coding agent that you will be using, you can go and use that particular skill. For example, like here I will be using the Claude, so let me go and look here for the Claude code, and here you can see that this is where the configuration has been given, how you can go and configure the Claude code to go and use the MCP. Again, if you follow this instruction, it says that in your project you must have this .mcp.json file, where you can go and add this MCP server detail. So I will be navigating here and I will be adding this particular file in my project. So let me go and click on the plus. Again, I need to do this at the top of the project, at the project level. So let me navigate here and I will be creating the file with the name of .mcp.json. Under this file, as they have instructed, what I need to do here is I need to go and copy this and paste it here. Okay, so this is the only thing that you have to do. There are further additional flags that you can add. These are the sample flags that they are adding, but in case you want to add such few additional flags, you can always come back and add those flags which should be applicable for your requirement. Again, the basic flags that they do have, we should be taking care of the augs, metadata, data, as well as the user. But as I said, based on your requirement, you can go and add more flags as well. Now, once you have configured this MCP server, you can see that there are 12 tools are available. You can go and start this MCP server. Sometimes what I have experienced, folks, when I was preparing for this video, that this MCP server creation will fail. Again, in case it is failing, make sure that you go and save your changes, restart the VS Code, clear the cache, restart the VS Code, and then try to run it one more time. Now you can see that MCP server started running for me. As it is running for me, now what I can do, I can go and do the deployments directly from the Claude Code. I can go and fetch the data as well. For example, here I will be asking the Claude Code, can you fetch the accounts for me? Okay, so by putting the simple prompt with the help of the Claude Code, now I can go and get the data directly in my browser. So for example, most of the times when we do some development to the coding agent, we have to go and pass some sample data so that they can understand the data and accordingly they can go and build the logic. This time, in such scenarios, I found this MCP tool quite helpful because it will help you to go and fetch that sample data directly from the org rather than you go and explicitly specify how that data should be look like. Here I'm getting the approval. So here I'm saying that yes, you should go and get the username with all the piece of information. Again, these are something that you will get whenever you will be using it for the first time, right? Do you want to proceed? I'm saying yes, I want to get proceed. And here you can see that my query has been executed and I will be getting the details from the Salesforce here. Again, it have automatically figured out what is the default org that has been set for me. And based on that, it is executing the query. And here you can see that I do have those sample records coming up for me, right? So this is how you can make your coding agent more intelligent by having the skills as well as by configuring the mcp.json file as well. I hope you folks found this video helpful. If you are using the Claude or in case you are using any other coding agent like the Cursor, make sure that whenever you are starting with any new project, you are always configuring the skills as well as the MCP server. For this video, thank you. Have a good time.